The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Midnight Misfits, Walter Sterling, the other side of midnight.
The parking lot is where it's the most dangerous. Details later. The people of Walmart. Walter Sterling, the other side of midnight, Red Apple Audio Network.
Florida is a beautiful mix of diverse people and cultures. Florida Stories is about them getting arrested. I'm James Parker. Florida Stories still to come on the Red Apple Audio Networks.
Hi, I'm retired NYPD Detective Vic Ferrari. And on tonight's episode of Confessions of a Retired Detective, a 22-year veteran of the NYPD is arrested for domestic violence. What happens next? Coming up in moments on Walter Sterling on the other side of midnight.
The other side of midnight with Walter Sterling. On the other side of midnight.
The short and long-term impact on you of the COVID vaccine, because it didn't just end with my diagnosis for Parkinson's. It continued with long-term COVID impact. More importantly, we're also talking about Weezer. Robert, North Carolina, welcome to the other side of midnight. Hi, Robert.
Good morning, Walter.
Hey, hi.
Bevis and Butt.
Yeah, Bevis and Butthead. Yes, Bevis and Butthead.
Okay. They would rank on like every band and musician out there that they played the music videos, except for one. I used to watch them regularly, and there was only one that they didn't.
Yeah, who was that? What is the trivia answer there, Robert?
Okay, I watched the video, which was awesome. It was a great video. Led Zeppelin.
Which one, Kashmir?
No, I forgot what song it was. It was a long time ago.
No, Robert, it wasn't that long ago. Now, listen, this is your homework. I don't want you to come on this unprepared. You're a very smart man. You know, you're the only one who talks about music from this century, and I appreciate it. I want you to go find out what that song was by Led Zeppelin, blessed by Beavis and Butthead, and call me back. Thank you very much for the call. Josh, welcome to the other side of midnight with Walter Sterling. Hello, Josh.
Hi, Walter. Can you hear me clearly?
I hear you perfectly because you're talking into the phone and not into a speaker.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're talking about the vaccine effect. So I'm a little bit younger, but
Than who? You're younger than who?
Than you, I think.
I have a 14-year-old daughter. How old are your kids?
Nah, they're way younger.
Damn. Okay, go ahead.
So I did not get the vaccine, but in the beginning I was laughing from this whole COVID, it's a hoax and it's this. At the end of the day, I was starting to, like, my whole body was shutting down, like late 2022. I was getting like weird symptoms and stuff, and I was like, these whatever, the walk-ins, like that you could get a flu shot and stuff.
I would have remembered until you just said it. Why can't I remember? It's a clinic. It's a walk-in clinic.
It's the one that come on.
Anyway, go ahead.
Right. All right. So that's part of the problem from getting COVID.
Exactly.
Anyway,
that's why you can't remember.
I was getting all kinds, and nobody was figuring it out. I went like to 3 places. Still, one of them was like, "And maybe let's check for COVID." I think it was the Omicron going around then, and I was like, "COVID now? Like, wasn't it a 2019 thing?" They were like, "Yeah, you never know. Like, some people are getting it." Anyway, I get a text in the middle of the night, "Please quarantine because you've been tested positive." And I was like, "Oh, finally! Now I know what's going on the last 2 weeks with me." Anyway, I was like, "Okay, it's gonna take a couple of days and I'll be good." Boy, was I mistaken. It started like weird symptoms and stuff that I can't even describe. I was like literally I couldn't walk on one of my feet. My nerve system, I was having panic attacks and anxiety attacks, stuff that I never dealt with. And like I didn't know what was going on with me. I was like too weak to even. My mother was like, she called me. She was like, "What's going on with you?" And she was like, "You gotta go to the doctor." I'm like, a day that I could go to the doctor, I'll rather drive around and look at nice trees. Like, you don't understand what's going on. I can't even explain it. And it was crazy, and one after another, till like I was getting massive heart palpitations, crazy stuff. Like, and I didn't get the shot. This was all from COVID, and I was like, and then one guy was like, I ended up one day, I drove myself to the hospital because I was sure I'm having a heart attack. Like, that's how strong I felt, like the chest and stuff. And they were like, they checked stuff. They're like, yeah, we see that you have palpitations, but we don't see anything. You might be
and I appreciate this, Josh. Now, what's the end of this story?
The end of the story is that it's 3.5 years later, and thank God, I think I'm 70% back. It's like charging an iPhone 1%.
What did it do to your taste and your smell?
Interesting that the taste and smell, I lost the first round like 2 years before that.
Yeah.
But this time I didn't do taste and smell. Basically, I went to all kinds of professionals, and I came to the conclusion that the whole body was inflamed from my brain.
They were all inflamed. Your whole body was inflamed. Not one damn doctor knew what to do about it because they couldn't even admit what the problem was. And I thank you for the call, Josh. 800-848-9222, 800-848-9222. Walter Sterling, you and I are talking about the long-term impact of COVID. Doctors are terrified to talk about it. Lose your sense of smell, lose your sense of taste. I will share about that in moments, but I got to tell you the end of my story about getting Parkinson's. But first, you and I are on KDKA in Pittsburgh, WCCO in Minneapolis, where John Quick is listening at all times, and Charlie Green, who works at the big postal facility in Jersey City. How's your kid? Congratulations, having another great year. And you in Chicago on WGN.
Walter Sterling, the biggest all-night show in American radio.
Lou on Long Island, welcome to the other side of midnight with Walter Sterling. Hi.
Yes, good morning, Walter. I had a coworker, approximately 35 years old, 6 foot, strong as a bull. He died from COVID. Well, because they put him on the respirator, and that was the death knell. I had a nurse friend, and I went out and got that COVID, the 2 shots, as soon as I could. I had no reaction to it, aside from, if you get the regular seasonal flu shot, which I don't do anymore, you do